Hello and welcome to the Swamps. Today we're going to be doing a tarot reading on what your energy and aura looks like. So this isn't just about the color, this is about like the energy, your essence. Let's get right into it. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. All right guys, let's go. Hello, pile number 1. This is your tarot reading for what your energy and aura looks like. You chose the honey calcite. I use this crystal a lot, I know. It's just one of my absolute favorites. So, as usual, we will be getting into your oracle cards and then your tarot cards. So, to start us off, your first oracle card is Magic. Your next oracle card is Dolphin. Your next oracle card is the number 9, Completion. Your next oracle card is Carnelian, Feed Your Creativity. And your last oracle card is Sacral Chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. I cannot make this up. You got carnelian and sacral chakra, which I believe carnelian is used for the sacral chakra. So this group is very interesting to me. I feel as though this group in particular is a very creative group. You have the sacral chakra and carnelian coming out both in the same reading, which to me it's like sacral chakra to the second power, okay? I feel like you have a really strong sacral chakra. Particularly with this group, I'm seeing a lot of orange and purple. So I feel like that's probably, those are two really strong colors in your aura. Well, I want to fix my camera a little bit. Okay. I think those are two really strong colors in your aura, and therefore strong energies to you. So I feel as though you're somebody who you do a lot artistically. I feel like you're somebody who bites off a lot of art projects. And the reason I say that is because we have Completion coming out, as well as Magic. I feel like some people see you doing all these art projects. It might not even just be art. It could just be a creative endeavor of some kind. But they see you taking on all these projects, finishing a lot of them, and they think it's like magic. They're like kind of like, whoa. Another way I'm going to interpret that Magic card is that this energy that you have, this creative energy, is like magic. I mean, it makes me think of the magician with this creative energy in a sense, because it feels like you can just, I think I can say this word, so I'm going to say it. It feels like you're just pulling it all out of your ass. Like, people do not realize how you're doing this. Like, they cannot conceptualize is what I wanted to say, how you're doing this. So it's pretty intense creative energy we have here, to be honest with you. With this dolphin coming out, I feel like a lot of this creative energy comes from a very intellectual place of yours, as well as like a very free-flowing, bubbly, carefree kind of energy is what I'm getting here as well, which makes a lot of sense if you are an artist or if you're just a very creatively driven person. I definitely see that for you. Another message that I'm getting with the Completion, and this is an interesting message, it might not apply to all of you, but for some of you, you bite off so many projects that some of them are not complete yet. And that's, for whatever reason, that's sort of in your energy field. I feel like this is something that's been bothering you for a long time. Or it might not just be a bunch of projects. It could be like one big project that you still haven't completed yet and that you really want to complete. And it's sort of just like looming over you is what I just heard. And it's not that you don't enjoy doing this project. It's just that like it's been taking so long to complete that it's like weighing on you a little bit. I don't think it's like gonna really affect you energetically as much as that might sound, but it probably has affected you to a degree, and that's why it's coming up in this reading. If that doesn't apply to you, then you're probably just somebody who does complete a lot of artistic projects, or, you know, if they're not like art, you know, whatever kind of creative project that might fit in that might resonate. I feel as though that with this group, there's an interesting balance here between like quick movements and steady and slow movements, which like I almost feel like your head and like the rest of the world are moving at different rates here. Like I feel like your brain goes a mile a minute, where the world, and sometimes that makes the world feel like a giant turtle, is what I just heard. And for some of you, that can be really frustrating, but at the same time, I also feel like you take advantage of that, like because you're like so ahead and you have this ability to be so ahead, like that is, you take advantage of your ability to do that, is what I'm sort of getting. Yeah, for some of you, you have like very fast thoughts. And I think that's why you have so many creative projects going on. Especially if you have like, if you're the type of person that has a project, starts it, moves on to another project. Like I kind of get that energy from this group. And to be honest, I feel like this magic card is coming out as well, because that is magic. Like I don't think it gets talked about enough within the spiritual community. I say that a lot. But like magic is creativity. Like that's technically something that, you know, there's a little bit of a mystery to it, to a degree, in the sense that some people are just go, 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 and they have so many ideas, and it's like an endless ocean of ideas in their head, or like projects. And I feel that completely with this group, especially with that magic coming out, because it just, like when I think of this energy, okay, I just feel when I'm trying to read this energy, that there's just, it's like you're doing so much and it's hard for me and other people to keep up with. That's not a bad thing, but it's like, it's just really fast is sort of what I'm getting here. Let's see your first tarot card. We've got the Page of Wands. Interesting. I feel like, interesting message with that card. You not only do you have a lot of projects that you take on, but I feel like you take on a lot of different creative mediums. So you might be really into making videos, but you also might be really into drawing. You might be really into writing. You might be into like a whole bunch of things. I actually just heard something interesting, like a magician, like an actual magician, like doing like stage magic. Like I feel like this is the type of group that does a lot of different things all across the board. And I've gotten this energy before in my readings before, interestingly, but that definitely is a big part of, you know, your guys' energy. If you've gotten a reading like that, similar to this from me, you definitely are somebody who has a lot of creative ideas, a lot of creative energy in general, with this sacral chakra and the carnelian coming out. I feel like those are two very, well, the carnelian, like I said, is like kind of like representative of the sacral chakra. So it does feel like the sacral chakra times 2 over here, which makes me feel like you just have a very strong sacral chakra. And that's where all this like creative energy is coming from. Interesting message. This might just be a clarifier for some of you. I just heard that some of you have like a high libido. And, you know, I'm just going to quickly go over how that is connected to creative energy. A lot of creative people do have high libidos. It's interesting how that physical aspect of our bodies can connect to that mental and spiritual aspect of our minds sometimes. All right, let's see your next tarot card. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a very interesting group. So not only are we getting sacral chakra energy, but I didn't mention this, but I should. We also have a bit of third eye energy. And I feel like you're a very focused person. You're a very hardworking person. And these two things go together really amazingly with this creative energy that you have. Like, honestly, your energy is coming off as creative, focused, ambitious, and honestly playful. There's like, with this dolphin coming out, there's this playful energy. I feel like there's a little bit of a carefree energy to this group, which is nice. I feel like the only time like a more serious energy may come out from this group is like when you're like in this 8 of Pentacles energy and really focused on a project. But even then, I don't even feel like you're like super like that's an interesting way to put it. I heard crack the whip. Like, I don't feel like you crack the whip. I just like Sorry, that's just a funny phrase in this context, but I don't feel like you do that. I don't feel like you're the type of person that would like crack down on somebody. I feel like you are pretty easygoing. Like the person that you would be most critical of would probably be yourself, and that's normal. Most people are like that. But I feel like that actually comes back to the art projects and the creative energy here. I feel like you're only really critical of that stuff, but beyond that, you're pretty easygoing when it comes to the rest of life. And to be honest, you get inspired a lot. I just heard that you get inspired a lot, and I feel like it's like that's really funny. I'm sorry. You get inspired a lot, and it feels like your brain is like possessed with this energy to create, and like whenever you get inspired, and I think that's really cool and interesting. But yeah, let's see what charms you have. I got a few here. With this, I feel like you're very, like this sort of goes with the creative side of what I was talking about. You're very creative. You're very unique with this flamingo coming out. We have this star, which to me represents in this context manifestation. And that's sort of what you're doing weirdly. It's a little different than in the spiritual community, what we would consider manifestation. But what I would mean by that is like, you are manifesting these art projects. And you have, like, that is part of manifesting for some people. Like, some people do it through art. And I feel like that's you. For some of you, this creative energy has been very lucrative. You've been harvesting the fruits of this creative energy, and it's brought you a lot in life, regardless of if it's money or like friends or maybe even a small following online or even maybe a big following online, you know, stuff like that. And then we have these two that sort of go together to me. I feel like with this butterfly, this is about transforming your art. Like you can transform, for example, like a blank piece of paper into an entire art piece. Like that's what I'm getting here. And this is all like a creative process to you. This is a whole process. Both of these sort of represent like having a process to me. All right, so that's all I'm really getting for you today here. Thank you for watching this reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to support this channel, please subscribe. And once again, thank you. Hello, group number 2. This is your tarot reading for what your aura and energy looks like. You chose the ametrine, a very beautiful crystal. We're going to get right into your oracle cards and then your tarot cards, as I usually do. All right, so your first oracle card coming out is Trust. I just heard trust in the universe when I put that down. All right, your next oracle card is the Owl. That sort of goes together, huh? All right, your next oracle card is Personal Growth. Your next oracle card is Lepidolite, Recall Your Dreams. And your last oracle card is Third Eye Chakra. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic abilities. Interesting. So I feel like it's really, to be honest with you, it's really not surprising that the people who chose this group are watching tarot readings. I just want to say that right off the bat. This is somebody who really likes to both expand their third eye. This is the type of energy I'm getting here. Expand your third eye, as well as having a really strong third eye with this third eye coming out. And interestingly enough, this sort of happened with the last group. We had different cards, but the crystal card almost like emphasized this card right here. And I feel like that's happening with you too. You guys have a really strong third eye, and you probably have strong purple in your aura. We have 3 purple cards in a row. So like, I feel like this group has a very strong purple in their aura. And because of that, because of you having a really strong third eye chakra, I feel like you do recall your dreams. And I feel like dreams are a very like spiritual thing for you. I just heard spiritual. For some of you, you might actually be able to lucid dream or astral travel. That's something I kind of got out of that. But beyond those things, I feel like this group is really focused on spiritual growth. This is, again, why I'm not surprised if you're watching tarot readings on YouTube. They can be really helpful. If you're actually trying to get into doing tarot readings, they can be super helpful. So if that's what you're here for, totally encourage it. But with this owl and personal growth coming out, I totally see somebody who's on that spiritual grind. You care a lot about bettering yourself. You care a lot about understanding yourself is what I'm getting here with that third eye coming out, but not just yourself, like the universe too. I feel like this group understands that they are the universe. They're not in it, they are it, which is a really cool realization to have when you're on that spiritual journey. But I feel like this group really understands that. Like, you know, we can know something without understanding it. And I feel like because you have this third eye, I'm actually getting like crown chakra too. It didn't come out, but I am getting like a crown chakra energy from this group because you have a strong third eye and potentially a very strong crown chakra. You understand things very well. And I think that's why this trust and owl are coming out. You trust the universe, and you trust the universe to bring you this wisdom. And in fact, I feel like you've gotten a lot of wisdom simply from just existing in the universe, or existing as the universe, as we previously discussed. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like you do have a very strong third eye, and you are very like psychic, to be honest. Definitely a lot of purple in this aura. And what I will say about that is that that can be sometimes a double-edged sword, in the sense that, you know, not everything... I'm going to use this as an example. This might not actually totally resonate, but like being super intuitive can be a double-edged sword in the sense that sometimes we don't want to know some things. Sometimes, like, I don't like being intuitive myself because sometimes you can pick up on people's negative energy directed towards you that they're even just trying to hide, or just negative energy in general that they're trying to hide. Might not even have anything to do with you. And sometimes that really stinks. But what I will say about that is that can come in handy. That can come in, like, really, that can be really handy, in the sense that it can sort of help you stay away from people that may not serve you, or stay away from people when they're not ready to be around you. Like, you can read the room is sort of what I'm getting from that. And interestingly, I think that that's like where this trust is coming from. Like, you trust your intuition, you follow your intuition, and that's, first of all, really cool. And I think, second of all, that's what's brought you so much wisdom. Let's get into your tarot cards. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, kind of like what I was saying. This can be sort of a double-edged sword. This could really, like, weigh on you. This can really, like, it can be a lot to handle sometimes, and I can relate to that. It can really be a lot to handle sometimes, but it is a gift. You know, every rose has its thorns is what I just heard. I heard that song. I don't know what that song is called, but I heard that song. And that, like, sorry, energetically, that hit me like a truck. Like, I'm like, you can't hear it in my voice, but I like feel like I'm about to cry. I feel like that's, oh God, I'm so sorry for you. Like, not like this is a tragic thing, but I can tell that you're probably somebody, as with a lot of people that have strong third eyes, it can be stressful and it can be emotionally rough sometimes. And I just feel for that completely. Like, I'm like, ooh, I feel like this group might cry a lot because I like really relate to this energy right now, and I cry a lot. Total Cancer over here. Let's see your next card. We've got the Six of Cups. That's really sweet. That is a really sweet, this is like what I'm saying. Every rose has its thorn. Like, this is the thorn, and then this is like the petals and the flower. You know, there's like really, really amazing things about having a third eye, like a strong third eye. And then there's really like load-bearing things about having a strong third eye. And I feel like this group knows that all too well, is what I just heard. Man, this is hitting so close. I'm sorry. With that being said, the good times, the Six of Cup energy is real good. It can just be like genuinely like a struggle to get through some days. Yes, this group is definitely sensitive. You guys are very sensitive, and I feel that completely. Like, I can feel it in my heart chakra. I can feel it. So yeah, you guys are very sensitive. You're very, like, you're a good friend with the Six of Cups coming out, to be honest with you. I feel like you're a very good friend. You're a very, like, in tune person with your emotions. For some of you, you might have trouble managing or regulating your emotions. That's pretty common with with the strong third eye energy as well as a strong crown chakra energy. But it is something that can totally be learned, and it is completely a tool. And like, that's something that I wish people would understand. Like, these aren't just gifts, they're tools. And with tools, sometimes tools can hurt us on accident. You have to be cautious while using a tool. And I feel like that's what this is kind of about. This is like, it can be load bearing, but if you learn how to properly use this tool and properly protect yourself from negative energy, it can be a total Six of Cups moment. But I don't want to represent this. You're still going to have like load bearing moments. It's just you'll learn how to cope with them better, and it'll be a much more manageable thing. Let's get into your charms. Interesting. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry. I really like this charm. It's a ladybug charm. I feel like this group can be really lucky, or they think of themselves as really lucky, or the ladybug just might be special to you. But the reason I say that is because I feel like because you're so open to the universe appreciates that, and it brings you opportunities, it brings you things. And some people see this as lucky, and some people see this as just cause and effect. Take that however you may. Like, good karma, basically, is what I'm saying. And then we have this little seashell. For some reason, I know. Oh, you guys might be Cancers. Sorry. I thought of a little hermit crab when I saw this, and love you guys. Love you guys if you are Cancers, if you're not too, but like, totally relate, completely 1000% relate. This kind of reminded me of sensitivity, and then I saw the shell, and then I saw the hermit crab, and that's all just Cancer energy 1000%. So yeah, you guys are very sensitive, and it can be a very difficult thing to deal with, that Nine of Wands energy, but it can be very like sentimental and beautiful at the same time, like the Six of Cups energy. And last but not least, we have this butterfly, which to me represents that personal spiritual wisdom, all that spiritual growth, that spiritual grind is what I keep hearing. I feel like you guys are on this journey to transform and become the best you that you can become. And that is beautiful. That is your energy. That's all I'm really getting here today. So I hope that really resonated with you guys, because that hit close to home for me. All right, that's all I'm really getting. Thank you for watching this reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to support this channel, please subscribe. And once again, thank you. Hello, group number 3. This is your tarot reading for what your aura and energy looks like. You chose the Amazonite. It's tumbled, just so you know. It looks kind of not like Amazonite. It almost kind of looks like Adventurine, but it's tumbled Amazonite. All right, let's get into your oracles first, and then your tarot, like I usually do. All right, your first oracle card is Growth. I like that card a lot. I like that shade of green, and I like that little flower. Your next oracle card is Lion. Ooh. Your next oracle card is Compassion. Oh, I love that so much with the lion. You got 2 oracle cards, crystal oracle cards. So your next oracle card is Smoky Quartz. Let it go. Oh, this is all coming together already a lot for me. Okay, sorry. Your next oracle card is Amazonite. Loosen your grip. Wow, those 2 kind of go together. All right, and your last oracle card is throat chakra. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Okay, yeah, you guys got a lot of cards. I'm sorry if they're a little bit squeezed in here, but all right. So this group is very beautiful. First of all, I just want to say that your energy is gorgeous with this lion and compassion coming out. You know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because in that story and movie, however you know that, the lion represents Jesus. And what is Jesus all about? Compassion. So I'm not saying that you are Jesus, but I am saying you do have a very compassionate and understanding energy. Interestingly, because of this, I feel like you are able to let go of things. I feel like that's where this smoky quartz let it go and this amazonite loosen your grip is all about. Like, you have no problem loosening your grip. You are ready to, sorry, these are hard to fit in the screen right now. You are ready to let go of what doesn't serve you. You understand. I just heard the phrase, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's meant for you. If it doesn't, it's doing what it needs. I don't know what the end of that is, but it's where it needs to be. And I feel like that's you. You understand when things aren't for you. You are somebody who can accept that. You can accept that you need to let something go. And that's really beautiful. Honestly, I feel like with this growth card coming out, this took you a while to really cultivate this energy. Maybe it didn't take you a long time, but I feel like you cultivated this energy throughout this lifetime at the very least. And that has made you this strong, compassionate lion. For some of you, I feel like you're very good at speaking with this throat chakra coming out. I feel like you're super good at speaking, and it makes me think of, again, going back to this Christ energy. I can't remember the exact quote or the exact context of this, but I believe Jesus was able to talk to everybody in their own language. I think that's personally symbolic of being able to, this man was so compassionate that he knew how to talk to somebody through their own perspective. He knew how to be understanding of their perspective, and therefore because of that, he was able to communicate more fluently with people. And that's what I get with this throat chakra energy, as well as this lion and passion energy. Yeah, this is a really special group, to be honest. I almost get starseed energy, to be honest. We don't have anything super indicating that coming out, but this energy itself is very spiritually mature, if I'm honest. I'm taken back, to be honest with you. This is such a mature energy, and I feel almost honored to witness it in some capacity. So I feel like with this group, you're super compassionate. We got this Christ-like energy going on. Your aura is a little bit golden. Gold didn't really come out here. It's kind of right here on this card, but it didn't really come out here. It's kind of on the smoky quartz too. It looks a little gold. It's not, smoky quartz isn't gold, but it looks kind of like that. When it comes to your actual aura, oh my God. Okay, not to be weird, but I'm pretty sure my boyfriend's gonna pick this pile because I know for a fact this is his aura palette. He has green, purple, and blue aura, and that's probably you guys too. You guys probably have a very similar aura to my boyfriend, which is probably why I really like this energy. But yeah, you guys have an aura that has very strong green, very strong purple, and very strong blue coloring in it. And let me just say, that is a beautiful aura to have. That is a gorgeous aura to have. Like I said, my boyfriend has a similar aura. Love that energy. Love your energy. Gorgeous. Let's get into your tarot. We have the Mentor. So that's the Hierophant. That sort of goes back to this, okay, again, not saying you're Jesus, but you do have this very spiritually mature energy. You do have this starseed energy. And I feel like that's a big part of who you are. You teach by example is what I heard. You being super compassionate, you being super understanding, that is you, people take a note of that. People want to be like that. It's a really beautiful energy. Let's see, your next oracle card is Three of Cups. And when I picked this up, when I read it, I think of bringing people together. This is about this card is usually about celebration, but in this context, I feel like this is energies coming together to, and this is what I just heard, to make a beautiful symphony, a beautiful harmony. And I feel like that's not only just your energy, that's not just symbolic of this green, purple, and blue energy coming together to create a beautiful like person. I feel like that's just what you do. Like you bring the peace is what I just heard. I feel like this group might be like a really good leader, even especially with that like Christ energy coming out, to be honest. Yeah, this is like spiritually strong energy. Not surprised that you got 2 extra cards. You were the only group that did. This is some like really spiritually strong energy. To be honest, I feel urged to tell you, because you have Amazonite coming out twice, I feel as though that's a very special crystal for you. I don't really work with Amazonite a lot, so I forget what it's all about property wise, but I definitely think you should look up Amazonite and its properties. So yeah. I keep hearing friendship as well. So I feel like people view you as a very good friend. And that makes sense with this compassionate energy coming out, with this understanding energy coming out. I feel like that's like, I keep hearing like chef's kiss. Like this energy is really beautiful. Like I know I keep saying that, and I don't want to be like a total broken record right now, but that is just sort of, I'm a little taken back, to be fully honest with you. So I'm going to pull some charms now. Wow. Interesting. You guys might be a fire sign or a Leo, with the lion coming out and the sun coming out. I also feel like this group is pretty confident. And that makes sense with this lion coming out. I feel like there is this confident energy to this group, which is really beautiful and really important if you are a compassionate person. Because I think that actually connects with this Hierophant card as well, because of your confidence and because of your compassion. Like people love that and they want to be like that. And some people are like learning from that. All right. We have this star coming out. I feel like that sort of confirms what I was saying. I feel like this is like a starseed group. If you chose this group, you might be a starseed. Definitely look into that if you're not familiar. And then last but not least, we have this little moon who looks like it's sleeping as a little star. I feel like that is indicative of, for some of you, you are drawn to another pile, and definitely check out that pile. And for others, this is about that dreams are very important to you, very spiritual specifically to you. Or I just got this message, I just heard it. Some of you need to sleep. Some of you need rest. Not sure what that means, but I heard that, so I'm going to say it. All right. So that's all I'm really getting for this group. Thank you for watching this reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to support this channel, please subscribe. And once again, thank you. All right, everybody, thank you for coming to the Swamps for a tarot reading. I really appreciate everyone that has been subscribing to me and supporting my channel. I cannot stress that enough. Sending so much love to all of you. I'm sorry I'm not going to be posting as much lately, but I assure you that my readings are far more in tune when I do it just once a week. So this is just for quality purposes. I want to give quality content. I'm not trying to just... I am a quality over quantity type of person. So I wish I could put out more videos, but I don't feel like it would be... it's like... I just feel like this is the way to go for now. If in the future I am able to post 2 videos a week, I absolutely will. But I sort of learned my lesson the hard way. It just can be really spiritually draining to do a lot of readings in one week, for like specifically general readings. Any tarot readers on here that watch me probably know what I mean. It's a little bit, it's like there's a lot more energy of an energetic exchange going on when you do general readings. So sorry, my voice cracked. And also, I've just been recovering from an allergic reaction. Your girl's been on Benadryl the entire time that I've been doing this, and it's been pretty wild. not that it's like I'm not like taking too much of Benadryl or anything crazy, but it's just it does like it feels different than when I usually do readings or normally do readings. Just anyway, so thank you all for watching, especially if you watched this last end of the video part. Love you all so much. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and just have a wonderful day. All right, goodbye.